Rick's Outdoor Adventures. I just wanted to take just a second to walk you through my new setup on my Nucanoe Frontier 12. I've been working on this thing. Now I have really made adjustments throughout the last couple of months since I bought it. Started off with this thing loaded up, man. I mean, I had a cast bar, I had just all kind of stuff in and on this thing. And as I've taken it out on the water more, I figured out it really didn't need all of that. I'm still a big guy. I weigh 368 pounds. Used to be 700 pounds. So I still need a little help, but I need open deck space, so I rearranged some things. Also installed a new trolling motor. We put a new power system in here from what I was using. And so I'm going to let you see some of the updates I've done. Maybe it'll help some of you guys that are rigging yours out. Maybe it'll help some of you guys that want to make some installations, things like that. So here we go. Let me show you what I've done. We will start right here. I have just installed this brand new Motorguide XI5. This XI5 is one sweet piece of machinery. I mean, it is top of the line. I got the 48-inch shaft because it's the smallest that they had available with it. So I am going to probably cut this shaft down at some point, but I'm not sure. I'm going to take it out on the water a little bit just to see first, you know, how I like it and what I want to do with it. Now I'll show you a little bit about what I did in the installation. We took this Motorguide 5 and we took the handle off this Nucanoe Frontier 12, and we put the bow mount kit from Nucanoe on there, and then I got the quick release from Motorguide to go on top of that. I ordered the wrong quick release, so I had to redo the whole setup once I got the right one in here. Really simple. You just pop that right there loose, pull it out, and you can take it off, and then when you put it back on, pop in there, make sure that latches, and you're good to go. Now, as you can see, the motor is deployed as of right now. I have rigged up a couple of little things to be able to stow and to deploy the motor. As you'll notice, we have put a hole through the foot, the release switch, and got it hooked onto a carabiner and some paracord that goes through a little pad eye right here. And then as it comes down, I put it in an eyelet to keep it moved over out of the way. Another eyelet here, and we brought it back toward the seat. Now what I can do when I'm ready to deploy this thing, when I get ready to deploy this thing, what I'll do is I'll take this piece of paracord, and then I've got another paracord over here. I'll pull this one, it releases it. I'll pull that one, and it brings it up and locks it into place. Just as easy as you can get. Now when I get ready to release it, all I've got to do is hold this one and this one. I pull the switch again with this one. I hold that, I let it down into place. When I do, give it a good jog, and it's back in place, and everything is ready to go. So that is simple. I mean, that is simplicity. Nothing to it. Perfect. And then so what I did is I put a power plug right here, so that all I had to do is just pop it out and plug it in right there. Now I've got some excess slack because I'm just not sure how much of that I'm going to leave. I'm going to run it a little bit to see, but we put that power cord there, and then as you can see back here, as I go back here, we wired through the hole, and we put one right here so that I can run my battery straight out of my crate into here. We've got the Amped Outdoors 60 amp hour lithium battery. I've got a 60 amp inline breaker on the power switch, and then we've got it wired, so all I got to do is drop it in the crate and plug it in, and we're ready to go. And as you can see, we've got a couple of rod holders back on the crate. I'm probably going to add a couple of more rod holders. Now this right here is for when I use my stabilizers. I will mount them right here, my Scotty stabilizer, so that it's up above the gunnel. I need to repaint this board. I'm thinking about going with some composite board or some aluminum. I'm not sure yet. And then while we're back here, we've got, of course, our place for our Railblazer 360 light and flag. And then I have a Yak Attack Panfish Pro mount. Wasn't long enough to do what I wanted, so I added an 18-inch extension arm with a round ball so that I could get some height on it and get that good over the head shot. And then as you can see right here, we have another Yak Attack Panfish Pro for up front to get that straight on view. And then a lot of times I'll wear a chesty or a action hat to get the you know, POV view, the point of view from me. And then over here I'll show you, as we come down. Now this is just that other piece of paracord I wired up to deploy, stow and deploy the trolling motor. Now as you'll see, I've got a bigger piece right here running down with a handle right here in the middle, so I can keep it out of the way until I'm ready to get up. And then when I'm ready to get up, I'll just use that as a stand assist, just pull. Now what I did is I carried it around the trolling motor mount, and I can take it on and off, and it's strong as it would be as if it was hooked to the bow of the boat. And then we come to our fish finder. We've got our fish finder right here, and as you can see, this Garmin fish finder we have mounted here, and I'm powering it with a Nucanoe 10 amp hour, and normally I would have this bungee to the ram mount, but today I don't. But that little small battery is going to power it as long as I need it, and I'm trying to eliminate just a bunch of stuff that gets in your way. Now you'll notice right in front of it we've got a waterproof Bluetooth speaker that I have rigged to mount to the gear track. Put a little spacer in the mighty bolt, screwed right into the bottom of it, and so it can sit right there, and I can Bluetooth my phone if I want to play music or whatever I want to do. And then right back here we have our paddle leash. I keep this paddle leash handy so I don't lose my paddle. And then we have our fish gripper. This is one of the nicest that I've seen. There's nothing gonna get off of that thing. Nothing getting off of that. So we keep our fish gripper real handy, our leash right there. And then over here, got a track mounted ashtray so that if I want to, it's high temperature silicone in case I want to smoke a cigar or something like that while I'm on the water. Just tried to think simple, set it up really open, and as you can see, it's a very, very open deck there. I can do whatever I want to, plenty of leg room, plenty of space. Now we'll show you real quick how this Motorguide works. I love this thing. I've got the key fob, or I've got the remote control on my lanyard hung around my neck. If I was on the water, I'd have my PFD on. But it is simple as just hitting this button, and as you can see, that thing's turning just like it needs to. I can just really run that thing, spin it around. I can see as of now I'm gonna have to leave a little bit more slack on that transducer cable. By the way, I didn't tell you a while ago, I've got the Garmin fish finder run to the transducer on the trolling motor itself, and then man, you can hit that speed button, and as you can see, that thing's just going going away. I can make it faster, then I can slow it down, or I can hit that and stop the whole thing. Then it's got the anchor lock, so this is going to be a nice piece of equipment, nice addition to this Frontier 12. All right, guys, appreciate you taking the time to walk through my Nucanoe Frontier 12 with me, checking out my Motorguide XI5 and my rigging for my Amped Outdoors battery in the back, and my fish finder and all the things that I've done on here. Hopefully it helps somebody. Hopefully it'll give some people some ideas of what maybe you want to do if you're in the middle of doing something like this. I have talked to a gentleman even while I was filming. That's why I paused for a minute. I talked to a gentleman right down the road, one of my neighbors that's got a shop. It's going to help me cut my shaft down probably within the next week or two. I'll take it out a time or two without it. But we're going to cut it down to around 36, 34 inches or so. But I'm loving it. Loving this trolling motor. Loving this Amped Outdoors battery. Loving the new setup with more open deck space. Hope this helps, guys. Until next time, keep them lines tight and enjoy your adventures in God's great outdoors.